I've had a couple people call me. They've said, what's going on with Minnesota? Why are they re-signing Kirk? No one likes Kirk. What are they doing? And here's what I think the Minnesota Vikings are doing here. They are recognizing how weak this year's QB market and draft class is. Unless they get Deshaun Watson, which Minnesota is not in the running for, they knew they were not going to get better than Kirk Cousins. And the way I see this working out for Minnesota, especially with the new coach being brought in, the way I see this going is a similar way to Andy Reid and the Chiefs went about Alex Smith years ago. When Reid inherited the Chiefs, they didn't have QB. They didn't have any structure put into place. So Andy Reid, he was already a legendary head coach. He already proved his worth with Philadelphia. Andy Reid went out and got Alex Smith to stay there with him for 5 years, to develop the culture, to get guys through the draft who were young, who would be committed to Kansas City, who would come back and play again for them. They built through the draft, they did the salary cap the right way, and they waited until they found a diamond in the rough, and they traded up to the 10th overall pick to select Patrick Mahomes, let him sit behind Alex Smith for a year, and within 12 months' time, they knew they had something special. What the Chiefs chose to do was the best path for them then, and I think it's the best path for the Minnesota Vikings now. Kirk Cousins is a guy who is a teacher and is a leader, in my opinion. And I want you all to remember, if Kyle Shanahan can get to a Super Bowl with Jimmy G, and Sean McVay can get to a Super Bowl with Jared Goff, then Sean O'Connell, the Vikings' new head coach, who is just the Rams' offensive coordinator, can get Kirk Cousins to a Super Bowl. Especially with Devontae Adams out of this division, like we were just talking about, the NFC North is getting weaker. Offensive-minded head coaches and younger head coaches are becoming the new generation, and they're becoming the new fad, the new trend. Don't be surprised if Sean O'Connell is the new next hot offensive guy. It could happen. Look at Kyle Shanahan. Look at Sean McVay. Look at what they did. Minnesota has a very talented roster. I think Mike Zimmer was a little outdated. He was a defensive head coach. Offensive head coaches are starting to rule this league. And I think this could work out for Minnesota 5 years from now more than fans are thinking it could.